Hey you guys, welcome back. So today's video is another tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right now. This is a very dramatic look. It's not for everyone and it's very monochromatic again. I love me a monochromatic look, so this is why I'm doing these, because they're so easy but they pack a punch and it makes your makeup look like you tried really hard and you really didn't, because it's so easy using colors within the same family and just blending them out. So yeah, anyways, if you want to see how I got this look, I will show you step by step. I'm sorry, I keep looking at myself. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you step by step and that's it. So make sure you are subscribed and let's get to this. For today's look, I'm going to be using Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I'm going to start with Cocoa Bear, which is this shade up here. And I'm going to be using a Morphe E27 blending brush. I'm going to apply Cocoa Bear on my crease and on my mobile lid. Just going to blend everything in there. And my eye is already primed and set to go. So Cocoa Bear will be my transition shade. I'm just going to apply it everywhere though. And I'm going from outer all the way to inner corner in small circular motions and back and forth. So the next eyeshadow I'm going to be using is Bitten, which is this one right here. And I'm using a Smashbox tapered blending brush, which is just a little bit smaller than that Morphe E27 blending brush. I'm going to do the exact same thing, except I'm going to keep it a little bit lower than I did Cocoa Bear. So I'm going to go into the crease and all over my lid. It's going to be from outer to inner corner, small circular motions, and back and forth. Bitten is still one of my top favorite eyeshadow shades of all. It's just a gorgeous eyeshadow. So before I go any further, I'm going to go back to that Morphe E27 tapered blending brush with no extra product. And I'm going to start blending out the eyeshadows, Cocoa Bear and Bitten. Just the top portion. So the next eyeshadow I'm using is this one right here, which is Cherry Cola. And I'm using a Lorac also tapered blending brush, but it's smaller than the other two brushes that I just used. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go lower into the crease and all over the lid, from outer to inner corner, very small circular motions back and forth. I just want to keep most of this eyeshadow on my actual mobile lid, but it's going to blend in a little bit into that crease with Bitten. And if you have to go back to any of the other brushes that you used, of course, this would be the time. Here I'm going back to that Smashbox blending brush, and I'm going right into the crease, no extra color. If you need extra eyeshadows, then go right ahead. You can add them now. I'm just blending out. Now for my brow bone highlights, I'm going to be using this eyeshadow right here, which is Shimma Shimma, and I'm going to be placing this with a Ofra 11 brush. And this is the only non-matte eyeshadow. It's pretty shimmery that I'm going to be using today. I'm going to place this on my brow bone and use it as a highlight, and I'm also going to use this one as my inner tear duct highlight, but I'm not going to be placing that just yet. I'm going to go back to that Morphe E27 blending brush and just blend out this application, because I want to have a nice highlighted arch here under my brow. but I also wanted to blend with the eyeshadows that I already have on my lids. You guys, that's it for the eyeshadows above. I'm gonna be applying some NYC liquid eyeliner, and I'm gonna keep it pretty short. I'm not winging it out. And yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna do this offline. If you want to see how I apply my liquid eyeliner, then I'll link a video down below, if anything. Okay, so now moving on to the rest of my face. I am using this Dr. Hashka Melissa Day Cream as a moisturizer for today. And by the way, I did highline my lower lash line as well as my upper lash line with the Ofra eyeliner pencil in black. For primer, I'm using this Wet n Wild Cover All Primer. I want to moisturize my lips, so I'm going to be using this Purlisse Lip Nourisher. Just going to apply a little bit of it. For foundations, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier foundation. This one is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This one is in, let's see, you know what? Let me use this one. I'll use Desert Beige and mix it in with Honey 3 and 2 by Laura Mercier. This Laura Mercier foundation is very long wearing, but it's also very thick in my opinion. And I don't know, I just don't like wearing it alone. So I usually mix it. So I'm mixing it with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation because it's a lot lighter than this one is, than the Laura Mercier is. But them both together does make the foundation last longer. Even though that I don't have any issues with the Wet n Wild foundation, I love that foundation on its own. But I do want to use that Laura Mercier foundation because I can't use it on its own. I just don't like the way it looks on my face. It feels heavy to me and it accentuates everything. The only thing that I like about it is that it's long wearing. That's about it. So I do mix them because I don't want to throw it out, you know? And it does work a little bit better on my skin when I mix it with something less heavy. For concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. This one is in the shade Medium. I'm just gonna place it right in here. Just a little bit, it goes a long way. I'm gonna blend it out with my finger first. Just tap it in there. And then I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender. To set my under eye area, I'm going to be using this Bare Minerals Invisible Light, the matte shade over here. It's very light. I'm using a e.l.f. blush brush for this. It's a very light powder, and the reason I'm going with a really light powder is because everything else is pretty heavy, like that concealer. That Tarte Shape Tape is pretty thick, and I don't like to apply a lot of anything right over it because I don't want to look super cakey or powdery. The same goes with that Laura Mercier foundation. It's very heavy and thick, and I just don't like to look heavy on the face. As you guys already know, I like to use very light to medium foundation coverage, but with this foundation it's more on the full coverage, and you know, anyway, so yeah, that's why I'm going in with that light application of setting powder. And I'm not going to set the rest of my face because I'm going to be using bronzer, blush, highlight, and all that is powder, so you guys already know. All right, talking about bronzers, I'm going to be using the Pure Mineral Glow bronzer. This is just called bronzing powder. It doesn't really have a name. So I'm going to be using a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to apply this. For blush, I'm gonna go back to this oldie but a goodie. This one is Mellow Wine by Wet n Wild. I love these blushes, and I'm just using a dual fiber a dual fiber blush. Oh my goodness, a dual fiber brush by BH Cosmetics, and I'm just going to bounce this on my cheeks. Just a little bit, because these blushes are so pigmented, but so beautiful. And I'm gonna bring it up to the hairline because that's what I do. Oh, look how pretty that is. I love it. Just a tiny little bit here and here. So back to the lower lash line, I'm going to be taking Cherry Cola again, and this is a Morphe M432 brush, and I'm going to be applying this on my lower lash line. So I keep looking over there because my dog is outside and I don't want him to go over to the next yard because the fence is still down. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to apply this on the lower lash line. I'm going to keep it pretty tight, because this is the darkest shade that I have. All right, the next brush I'm using is a Makeup Geek Outer V brush, and now I'm gonna go into Bitten, which is this one up here. This one's a fluffier brush, so I'm gonna buff this under that Cherry Cola. These looks, I love them to be very smoky under the lower lash line, because it just ties everything up, since everything else is so blown out and pretty on the top. So I like to go a little blown out on my lower lash line as well. Alrighty. Alright, so now I'm going to take this Modern Mineral brush, which is, I don't know what brush this is. I think I received this in one of the BoxyCharms, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, I'm going to go into Cocoa Bear, and I'm going to do the same thing and just buff that under Bitten and Cherry Cola. So for the tear duct highlight, I'm going to be using Shimma Shimma. Like I told you, that's the one I used for my brow bone highlight. And here I have a Crown C13 brush, which is just a pencil brush. I'm just going to pop it right there in the center. For my cheekbone highlight, I'm going to be using the Sun Dipped palette by Anastasia. The shade I'm using today is Moonstone, which is this pretty shade right here. And this is just a fan brush by BH Cosmetics. Alright, so now I'm going to douse my face with this Project Beauty Spray Set Go Makeup Setting Spray. And after I do this, whew, it smells so pretty. Now I'm going to do my lashes. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I should know this. I've been using this for like every video now. Anyways, I'm gonna put this on my lashes. I'm gonna find some lashes, some falsies, apply them, and I will be right back. Alright, so I'm gonna keep the lash game super simple. I'm just gonna apply these tiny little lashes on the end just to give it a nice, you know, wispy end. I have them on over here already, as you can see. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it really simple today because the eyes are like, whew, so sexy. So yeah, I'm just gonna apply this. I'm gonna use the Duo glue the lash glue. I like using the black one when I have black eyeliner on. If I don't have eyeliner on, then I'll just use the white one. And this is always hard for me to do on camera, just because I have to get super close. So I'm gonna attempt to do this right now. If I can't, then I'll just be right back. Okay, so that's pretty much it with the lashes. So these lashes, I don't even know what they are. All I know is that they were wispy ones and I cut them, and that's it. I just cut them because I just wanted, I think they were like a little too extra for me. So is there such a thing though? No, I don't know. I don't know why I cut them. All I know is I had them, I cut them, and I decided to just go with them. So moving on, for the lip, I'm gonna be using two ColourPop liquid lipsticks. One is in Ultra Satin and this one is in Ultra Matte. I'm gonna go with the darker first, and then I'm gonna apply the Ultra Matte on top, on the center. It should be the other way around, but I don't know. This one's darker than this one, so let's just go ahead and try and see what comes out of this. Okay, so that's that. That is deep. Actually, I'm gonna wait for this to dry off a tiny little bit, even though it's an Ultra Satin, so it's not gonna dry off completely. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna put some of this. This one is in Viper. Did I say the name of this one? I did not. This one, it's in Lock Diary, which is one of those Hello Kitty ones. So anyways, I'm gonna put Viper on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna look for a little brush to see if I find one. It's right there. And try and apply this with a brush. Where are my lip brushes? Like, they all disappear. Everything disappears here, you guys. I know who takes them, but I'm not gonna say. Darn it, I don't have a lip brush available. All right, finger it is. And then I apply this with my finger. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like it better. It's toning it down. Yeah, I probably didn't even need to mix it. I could have just gone in with Viper all on its own. I like the shade that it is. It goes well with the eyes. So pretty. So this is the completed look. This is what I came up with today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and like it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you do so today. Follow my other social medias and watch my previous videos. You can tag me on Instagram, on Twitter, or you can send me snaps if you want. All those links will be down below. Until next time, my loves. Mwah. Hugs and kisses. Bye.